What's up?
What's up, guys? We're gonna kick off a vlog, screwing around here at the house, working on a bunch of different stuff and prepping for one of the last two events of the year, where we're gonna go down to Appalachia for the Touge event that Drift Indy is putting on down there. So pumped on that, and I'm trying to decide whether I'm just gonna bring the Stout or I'm gonna bring the Stout and the East Coast car. So right now we got Bobby over here. We're just kind of prepping and going through this thing since it needs a bunch of work from Grid Life. I have the Wisefab V2 Front steering kit, so we're gonna take all this stuff off, install that, and basically just do a full nut and bolt, go through the whole car, make sure it's still all good. And then we've been cranking on the Stout. A lot of hardware coming loose on this just because it's hard mounted. It vibrates so much. So I've been going through this and just tightening up, adding thread locker to a lot of hardware all around this thing. And then I also got paint mark on all the hardware now and all the suspension bolts. Instead of nut and bolting everything every single time, I can now just come up and put my eye on everything to see if it's cracked. I don't know, we're kind of getting over the hump on the Stout as far as replacing things and kind of figuring it out and getting more confident in this setup so that we can just go to the track and change tires and put some VP in it, run a solid track day with not having any issues. So we're getting real close, but I kind of want to bring both cars to Appalachia because it's a far-ass drive, and just in case something does happen, I have another car to drive. The East Coast car got absolutely hammered at Grid Life because I drifted on tires for too long like an idiot and blew the rear quarter panel off. I do have all the new HGK stuff to put on here, all of the carbon Kevlar and fiberglass doors and new front fenders. We are gonna get as far as we can on this thing. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to bring it down to Appalachia with this thing actually wrapped and looking proper. Biggest thing I wanted to get done on this thing, which I've been waiting almost all year to do, updating the front steering kit to the Wisefab V2. There's guys like Castro and Gucci running the V2 kit, and they've been telling me all year how much better it is. Even though they have the updated 86 chassis, I don't think there's too much that has actually changed in the front end besides a little bit more bracing. You can actually use it as a front steer or a rear steer, and since we have our subframe still as a rear steer and I made all these hard lines and everything under there, we're just going to keep it as a rear steer for now, but I would like to update everything to a front steer in the future. Top hats. The new lower A-arms are different, new uprights. The old stuff was actually really cool. It was all billet 7075 aluminum. This goes back to more of the way that they're manufacturing now with the steel setup, which is still equally as good as far as strength, and it's probably actually easier to repair if you have to make a repair. So this is the stuff from Wisefab. If you are going to run your stuff as a front rack, these are all the components you would weld in, and it's actually pretty cool. In the manual to do front rack, they actually give you all of the templates to cut out to make your life a heck of a lot easier, because there's quite a bit you have to do. Pretty serious amount of time converting your OEM cross member to a front rack setup. Cool that they give you all these templates. You just trim them out, place them up, make the marks, do the cuts, do the welding. But I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to run the rear rack setup, and that's also another cool thing, is that you can run the rear rack setup on the new arms as well. One of the big things is you either run this bushing on the top or the bottom of the lower control arm setup, and that allows you to run either front or rear rack setup, because I think it moves the arm either up or down in order to get the clearance on the tie rod. The new top hats, I'm pretty sure these are going to give you more caster than the old setup, and I also believe that they move some geometry around in here to change that as well, to maybe give you some more self-steer. But I will be definitely testing that out in the driveway as soon as the stuff gets on and give you guys some feedback on that. But all the indication is positive, like from Castro, who's been running on his 86 all year, from Gucci, and they're like, dude, you better just get it on your car. You're going to be blown away from the V1 kit. So take those guys' word for it. Pumped to get this stuff on, and we'll test this out in the next day or two. How are we making out?
Not very good.
Not very good. Also, look at this throwback t-shirt Bobby's wearing.
Oh, yeah.
From back in the day. Bobby actually used to crew on the FD program, what, 2012 and 2013, I think, when I drove the Retax S13. And we actually podiumed like 3 times that year. Not a win, but I think a third in 2 seconds.
Out of a shitbox.
Wicked bent up, clapped out S13, making like 450 horsepower maybe at the
Wanted
wheels.
to overheat. We ran duct work. Remember the chintzy ass dry event?
Yeah.
Run stuff?
We were just doing everything we could to get by that year on that thing. This thing has served me well. All right, I gotta say a huge thank you to Paco and the boys at 2F Performance for setting me up with all of their rear end 86 stuff, over fenders, deck lid. The stuff fits so nice. I want to be able to run bigger tires, lower offset, so I had to go up to the HGK stuff because it's a lot wider, and then I can actually run my car a little bit lower like I want to. Thank you, Paco. Appreciate the support on this thing. This is on 0 Ackerman, and I like the highest Ackerman, so the highest Ackerman is the most amount of dimples on them. So one of the really cool things about Wisefab is that they preset everything. All the heims and everything are locked down in a base setting. You can obviously change it from there. When we go to the alignment rack, I'm sure a lot of this is going to change to try to get the maximum amount of caster out of it. And the other really cool thing about this is now you can easily adjust caster on the lower control arm when it's in the car by just putting a Allen wrench on here, and then you turn this, and this will bring the arm, it'll pivot it like this to add positive or negative caster. And then obviously on the top hat, this is all modified as well differently, and the grooves are a lot bigger than the old hats, so that also gives you a lot more caster adjustment on the top as well. Top hat.
Alright, we got that off.
Did we? Did we though?
Not gonna tell you how we did that. Hammers, crowbars.
Too many hammers. Not the way it's supposed to go. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
We have accomplished what I would like it to do. Just bottom out on the stop.
If one side went that bad, that side's gonna go great.
Well, that side should be faster. There's just all those little adjustment things I was trying to make happen, but everything's new for me on this kit, so now we know. So theoretically, the caliper wants to line up on the other side, we'll be moving right along. Let's get some lunch.
Instead of lunch, what are we doing?
Yeah, Justin has all his stuff. He's getting ready to put a new engine in. Stroker 2JZ in his car. He's doing all the fab stuff so everything fits up the way he wants it. Yeah, looks mint. Oh man, that is ugly. Time to get some shit done.
Shit done, let's do it.
Don't video this shit, Zach.
We'll just focus on this.
Don't do it, I'm not even using impact sockets. Alright, how much hammer are we gonna have to do? None? Holy f***, I can't believe it. Things are looking up over here, boys.
I'm not gonna ask why you have a mask on. I'm not gonna ask.
Stomp.
Hey, look at that.
Look at that, we got a top hat on a shock. Alright, that's in.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. We're back at it, boys! What I neglected to do was finish sealing the entire car up. You see I did down here with the, I forget what you call it, it's like the waterproof foam, so it doesn't hold water, it's for boats and stuff. I gotta find a different way to applicate that because I neglected to do the whole top. All this did was just lengthen the process of the cab filling with smoke by a few seconds. So all the smoke would go directly up here and then all throughout the chassis. I need to finish sealing that, and then we can put our new HGK panels on. Just hoping we have enough time to give it to Jake from New School Vinyl to wrap it up. First, we gotta get this thing finished. So let's do it.
Little surprise from Richie boy right there.
Richie, thanks for the surprise, bro.
This stuff we got.
Yeah, we're gonna use not the stuff I wanted to use. This will get us by. It's water resistant, so it's better than nothing. I don't know. We're just gonna try it and see what happens. Hopefully, it's just gonna do it because I'm tired of this smoke thing. I don't know where that's going, man. All right, let's grab these panels and we'll test fit them on here.
Let's do it.
Actually, I think this is a front bumper, dude. We're gonna have to reuse that hammered ass rear bumper and the hammered ass side skirts. I thought we had more OEM stuff like the rear bumper and skirts, but I don't. I have a front bumper, no skirts, so we're gonna have to make do with what we got. Clinkos.
Look at that.
There we go, boys. Came out pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's at 20. I bumped up to 25. But... Stop it right when I'm staring straight at it. We're welding dash 16s to the ends for the in and the out. Boom and boom. But this shit has such a big base, I'm gonna cut them down just so it's not so intense. So I'll probably cut about half of that off. All right. Got a little sketch.
Oh, yeah, dude, that looks
That was good as right there.
How much is he charging you for this?
Use of my shop, all my shit. I didn't absorb it when we were in the womb. Pro as right there. I don't know, it feels good.
Yeah.
Finally got some good material to weld to.
I know.
Sick.
Oh yeah. Took just like a little bit more time, it would have been more consistent. Yup, glad I let you do it. Back on what I'm supposed to be doing. But I definitely don't mind welding. I like welding, especially when it goes good.
already soft.
Yeah, it's like better than the other one. Bang, bang, boom.
Boom.
Damn. I am gonna have to trim this
Yeah.
all out. Still gonna just barely clear, so that'll be sick. These 285s are gonna look good in there. Good progress on the East Coast car. I'm pumped we got the fenders on. Still need to trim that inner wheel well where the tire goes up into the arch. We'll do that tomorrow. Finish welding Justin's radiator so you can move on to the next step. Some good shit going down. Every time, right at the end, I just can't get a perfect weld.
Didn't do some welds that good on my shit? Dickhead.
You were the practice for this. Justin is a bent. He's doing hard lines underneath, so we're gonna have welding dash 16s to the front and rear. It's just the best way to do it underneath in case, you know, you're hopping curbs or just driving off track in general. We've been doing this for the last like 6 or 7 years. We've been putting hard pipe underneath, and then you just, you know, you connect the soft line from the back to the front, and it's all good.
Yeah.
Idiots. Maybe go a little bit more. That can probably a few degrees shy, but.
Yeah.
All right, on the other side too, right?
Other side's only 15. Well, I mean, it could go a little less, a little more as well. I got a bunch of wiggle room for this shit.
You're already there. Yeah, you're spot on this one.
All right, word.
Yeah.
Let me see that. Yeah, that's good.
All right, Zach.
we
Time
go.
to get the motherfucking work. I have a tool for this. This is actually a Sharpie holder, so I can put it on the fender and then draw a mark, nice and even all the way around, so we get a nice clean cut. When I first started uploading back to the channel, somebody reached out and actually mailed this to me. I'm sorry I forget the individual's name. If you're still watching, leave a comment below, but thank you for this. It's kind of too far on the outside, I think, but we'll finish it and check it. If I cut the inside edge, it should be okay. Going to Jake's. Wrap this shit, please. We're here. New school. What's up, dude?
What's happening? What up?
What up?
Back on Justin stuff. I just burnt the out of my finger, dude.
like a free car wash.
Dude. When you think it's gonna be $100 job and it turns into $1,000.
So we started with that,
Yeah.
and then we went to that, and then we went all the way up to this.
Oh my god.
You run it like this? Just
Run an open dump.
f***ing put a stack out the side.
There we go. Kinetic, and they're going to do an alignment on the front and rear. Obviously the front needs it big time because we're freaking crab walking inside, and then the rear I just want to get a baseline because I don't even know where it's at after making track adjustments without a string kit. So I kind of just towed it in like half a turn on each side, so I just want to see where that's at. Probably turn it maybe like 2 splines.
Centered.
Yeah, totally. I'm just centering a rack because it was like 2 splines off one direction since last spring because I never fixed it. Since we got the new stuff on, we might as well do it proper. It's closer.
Yeah.
Rack is now centered, and now we can get to the alignment, which is potentially the next rat.
Yeah. It's a little blown up.
Hey, what do you want out of like the engine telling you when you get...
Oh.
Where'd the quarters go?
Let's go, baby.
Oh, almost there.
Let's go.
Well, that's this side. The other side.
I know.
5 degrees out.
Oh, come on.
Come on, baby.
We believe in you. Oh, shoot.
Are we gonna do it? Is it gonna do it?
I hope so.
We're so close. At this point, I would just change the other one to this anyway. We're there.
That's it.
We don't have to cut shit. I'm pumped about that.
You did it.
That was a lot. So Jake has kicked off a new company called One Word Glove Company. These are actually really comfortable for driving gloves. And he's coming out with some SFI stuff too, if that's a problem for some of you drivers. And then he's also making like pit crew gloves. So I'm gonna do a collab with him and get a bunch of pit gloves that look like my racing gloves, which I'm pumped on. So it'll be a big blue 411 right here. I think I'll post those for sale on a website too, which would be sweet. Rashi! It looks too good, dude.
Yeah.
I need to get the rest of the car wrapped.
Shout out to Kristaps for like next day airing.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, from Latvia. Thank you, Kristaps. I gotta do some trimming though. Shit.
It doesn't look that bad.
It's not bad. It's just the edges, like the finishing areas where I don't take my time. All together, aligned, bolt checked, warm it up, letting the oil heat up, and then test this front end out, baby. Solid. I gotta adjust the lock stops on the knuckle a little bit, but beyond that, definitely a big improvement from V1. All right, Zach, I guess. Not his first time drifting, but first time driving one of my cars, let alone a really legit car.
I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna try it.
That was awesome!
I'm not gonna say I wasn't nervous as hell.